Today has not been a good morning at all. It's not been a good morning. It's not been a good morning. If I keep saying it, I keep thinking if I keep saying it, it will become a better day. But right now, it's not. It's turning into one of those days whereby, hey Gary, hey Pickstar. It's turning into one of those days where it's just dragging and dragging, and I'm working on someone's website. Page speed performance, their score was 7% on the mobile. I did about 4 hours work yesterday. The trouble is though, I needed them to purge the server. They're on SiteGround because I couldn't, on Page Speed Insights, it was still pulling through the old site. Hey Pavel, so I needed it to be purged, and what they went and did was loaded a backup. They went and loaded a backup, so everything I had done yesterday was gone. So I've been redoing it, but the trouble is though, because they're using Google Tag Manager, Facebook Pixels, Prime Slider, and a couple of other things, the score is shotted before you even start. And I'm now just going to show them that, like, even on a blank page with nothing but the word header, right, with a custom loaded font as well, your mobile score is 82. The minute you add Google Tag Manager and Pixel and everything else, in fact, that is loaded. Pixel, yeah, they're all loaded. Pixel, Facebook Pixel. That's why the score is 82. The score is down. The minute you add Prime Slider in, the score gets worse. The minute you add this in, the score gets worse. Some of the images they've got are horrendously big as well. And it's a bit like, look, unless you change your approach and you rebuild this, you're never going to get your score high. And I just feel like, flipping heck, why do people do this to me? Hey, Paul Ross, how are you doing? Oh, I could be better. I'm just telling everyone how yesterday we were improving someone's website. Spent 4 hours on it last night. I needed them to purge the server. I made very clear to them, purge the server. I even told them how to do it because they use SiteGround. Here's where you go, here's where you click, here's what you do. Instead, their support team got so scared that instead what they did was load a backup. So everything I did yesterday was gone. It is 4 hours work, but it was like, you know, now I've got to go through your entire homepage again. But out of the goodness of my heart, I did not say, right, I'm going to charge extra for this. Because they felt, the owner was like, oh my God, I'm really sorry. Oh my God, so sorry. But I was like, look, I'll do it again. But I'm now going to give them the bad news and say, look, unless you change your approach, Prime Slider is fucking up their score. I'm telling you now, Prime Slider. Look, here's what happens, right? When you have a blank page, right, you should be getting 100% on with Elementor on your mobile. Even with a header, nothing but the header, you should get 100%. Because they got Facebook Pixel and Google Tag Manager loaded in as a code, the score is 82%. And this is something you got to understand, right? By the way, Raja, I'll answer your question in a moment. And Mihir as well. And hey to everyone else joining in. So Google Tag Manager and Facebook Pixel can kill off about 20%. 20% of your score is gone before you do anything. When you now add in Prime Slider fucks up your score, people. I'm telling you now, you can tell how angry I am right now. It screws you up. And I've got to say to them, do you really need Prime Slider as your hero banner? Right, Mihir is saying, most don't care about that website. Okay, yeah, but Mihir, you got to think about who are you going to? What kind of clients? Who are you reaching out to? How many websites have you already built, Mihir? We have this conversation every day with everyone that comes on here. How many clients have you built websites for? How many have you built websites for? And just to show to some of you what I'm talking about, okay, look, here's what I'm talking about. You see this? Plain page, right? Plain page, a score of 82 on a plain page, right? And here's your reason why. You know, when you start to have stuff loaded in like, here you go, Facebook Pixel and Google Tag Manager, it's gonna eat into your score, right? There's very little you can do, even on a blank page, right? But not only is this website got a slider in the hero, it's a prime slider, and prime slider is JavaScript hell. Right, it's got a lot of shit going on in there. But I'm going to prove it by saying to them, right, this page that's called test has a score of 82 and what is it? Mobile was 99, I think. The mobile was 99. Yeah, the mobile was 99. Then I'm going to do another one that is test plus header and show them the score. Then I'm going to do another one which is test plus header plus slider. So I'm going to basically give them 3 pages and say, look, go and look at the scores for those 3 pages. And you will clearly now see that your score goes right before you start adding on anything else. Absolutely, Gary. GTM is Facebook Pixel, GTM, always kill off 20% of your score. Right, so Rajat, you don't... Yeah, but Rajat, if you've got... No. Okay, I'm going to challenge this bit now. If you've got Rank Math, you don't need to do the separate Google Tag Manager because Rank Math, when you connect it to your search console and all of that, is enough. And I've got websites with Rank Math connected all up and they're hitting 99, 100%, right? All day long. Facebook Pixel, for me, is yesterday. I don't think... Facebook Pixel, for me, is yesterday's news. You don't need to start doing that. This is soda syrup. This is... Here we go. This is sparkling mineral water. Sparkling spring water with Pepsi Max soda syrup. So yeah, Raja, I think Facebook Pixel is yesterday's news, and if you're using Rank Math, you don't need Rank Math. You're fine. You're fine. Some people say you do, and I find you don't. Rajat says client wants a video in a website. Presto Player, Rajat. Presto Player, free plugin. You can use YouTube, Vimeo, self-hosted, Dailymotion, whatever. Use that, and you can now show the video without the controls, without the YouTube logo appearing, or however you want to do it. Presto Player, go for that. Go for that. If they want to show loads of websites, maybe use the Elementor video playlist. So Elementor have a video playlist. You could use that as well. Mihir, you made a website for your dad and your mum. Right, Mihir, you haven't done enough. Mihir, this is not good. If all you've ever done is made a website for your mum and dad, right? Okay, that means nothing. I can tell you now, that means nothing. That's like me saying I made a birthday card for my dad. Shall I open a card business? Means nothing, because your mum and dad will probably like everything you do, even if it ain't good. So what you've now got to consider, are you willing, Mihir, to share your URL with me, and the website's over here, my email address, sorry. Are you willing to share one of those websites for us to look at right now so that we can help you to get better, or to say, yeah, you've got a good stuff there? Because if you've only built a website for your mum and dad, they're probably going to tell you it's amazing, but I'm not so sure about that. Hola, Ishan, how you doing? Trust me, Raja, trust me. Facebook Pixel, right, stuff like that. A lot of people don't care about that stuff. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm always advising my clients, don't go for that. Just don't do that. You know, for retargeting adverts, I just think that we've moved on from that. And then you got to also work it out and go, is it worth the hit on the score? Is it worth the hit? If it's worth the hit, go for it. If it's not worth the hit, don't go for it. basically. Right, I'm not ignoring anyone here, by the way, because I'm just making a duplicate page, like I said, to test out my theory to send back to the client to go, look, you maggots, your score is messed up. Yes, Amir, it's up to you. But if you want to get advice from us, not just from me, from everyone else here, about how can you get clients, I think you're going to have to go through the walk of pain with sharing a website so that we can comment on it and just say, are you in the right place, or do you need to take a step back and have a think about design, branding, color paletting, all of that stuff? Because sometimes it's really easy to it's really easy to like do a bit of gardening and someone goes, wow, you should be a landscape gardener, but you know nothing about decking or slabbing or turfing, and all you did was put some plants in and you bought a vase or a pot from someone, you put it in the middle of the garden. You put it in the middle of the garden and you mowed around it, and someone's like, wow, you should be a landscape designer. I mean, you start believing it, but you don't really understand, like, the shape and layout and the curvatures and how things should be placed and all of that. So yeah, Eichmann, I just saw your email. I'll check in a minute. Best plugin to remove unused media from WordPress. Media Cleaner is the one everyone talks about. Sometimes you have to manually go through it, Ishan. That's the painful thing. Sometimes you got to manually go through it. So Eichmann has sent an email saying they saw a website, you like the blog page, but Elementor doesn't have that much. Yes, it does. The loop grid. Are you using the loop grid? So I've already done video. I'm not going to do it. By the way, Eichmann, I'm going to disappoint you now. I've already done a couple of videos on this. So, hey, Emmanuel, you need to use the new Elementor loop builder and build your own loop grid. So you build your template with your image, with your overlap at the bottom, with your button, with your text. You pick your fields. You might have a custom field, however you want to do it, and you can stylize it however you want. But you're going to have to go for, we've already got a video on it, Loop Builder. Mihir, you've disappeared. Do you think we scared Mihir off? Mihir, if you're there, right, you got to come back. Mate, you got to come back. I think we've lost Mihir. Mihir's done a runner. Nestable element is alpha. Basically, element is now an experiment. No stable features. I didn't say that, Carapace. You said that. He's done a runner, hasn't he? I think as soon as we said... That's a shame, isn't it? I mean, I don't want anyone to get scared, but I just feel like, you gotta be prepared to... You got to be prepared to put up, because basically it's like saying, look, I want to build a website so I can build your website, and they're going to then say, right, show me something you've done. So I would say, if you got something to show me here, put it on the table. Let's have a look at it, okay? Because it's about just putting, it's about quantifying what we can do. Hey Dave, how are you? And how's life with you, by the way? How is life? No, I don't think he's got scared. I bet he's gone to... I bet he's low... do you know what he's doing right now? He's getting a URL and he's going to load up a template from a really good website and go, yay, look at this. So I might need you all to verify if it is even his real website. Okay. So I'm not sharing my screen because I'm just testing again now this client's page, by the way, where what I'm going to show them is that with a blank page, your score is 82, which it is. The minute you add your header, your score goes down. When you add the prime slider in, your score goes like I'm not kidding, it goes like that, near rock bottom. That's how bad it is, because their homepage is 7%. It was 8, it's definitely still 7. Elemental 3.10 beta. I've not played around with it yet, mainly because there wasn't anything massively exciting that made me go, wow, I've got to try this out. I'm interested in the nestable tab, but it's not a showstopper of a thing. I am hoping, though, that sooner than later we get blog post filter using custom fields as well, and WooCommerce product category filter as well, using custom fields as well and styling. That's what they need to bring out. Because if they bring that out, then all of a sudden Elementor on its own becomes good enough, potentially, to build a directory website. Ooh, that's when it starts to become good, right? Hey Pete Cosgrove, how are you? How are you doing? Right, so the scores come down there. So I'm just making some notes here as I'm working on something. Yeah, I mean, it's... I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that, Carapos. You know, and I would think that sooner or later things will pick up. The question always is, though, is when. I think that's the thing, right? That's what everyone wants. But I would like to think sooner than later we will get a blog post and a WooCommerce filter system come through, because it's about time, isn't it? It's about time we got something like that. Because that would make Elemental be... So, Emmanuel, how do I activate Loop Builder? Okay, go to Experiments. Go to Experiments, Elementor, WordPress, Elementor, Settings, Experiments, and then you need to activate the Flexbox container, and then you can activate the Loop Builder. You can't activate the Loop Builder if you don't activate the Flexbox container. You got to use Flexbox container to use the Loop Builder. So you could argue that's kind of forcing you to use it, which is kind of true in a way, I suppose. They are kind of forcing you to use it, but yeah, that's what you got to do. And you can't get around that, unfortunately. It's been built like that. Just bear with me. I'm just quickly running a site tool here. Do you know what? I've also had a really another shit thing happen this morning. You know how I keep talking about my passport being out of date and I need to get it renewed? I've started the online application. I've got to get someone to sign off my passport photo, and they won't accept my accountant, which I don't understand. And I've basically run out of people who I can ask to sign off my passport. So I'm sat there scratching my head at the moment, like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I can't ask my doctor. I can't ask, you know, I don't really want to go and ask my son's teacher. So I'm like scratching my head. Who's anyone here from the UK want to sign off my passport? If you do, let me know. Please don't forget to hit like. You got to be from the UK though, and you must have a valid passport. And you got to say you've known me for about 3 years, okay? But it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, Gary, I have a statement to make and would like your opinion on it. Go on. Ooh, Gary. Ooh, this sounds serious now, Gary. Right? This sounds really serious now, right? Okay. I have a statement to make and would like your opinion. Go on. Emmanuel, I've activated a Flexor container. Is there a specific toggle? Because I can't... Yeah, so once you've activated Flexbox, what version of Elemental Pro are you using? Thomas, what are taxonomies? It's categories. Taxonomies are just categories in a way. Subcategories and all of that. Shopping delivery from CCOP. CCOP, isn't that... Do you mean co-op? Is that co-op? What's CCOP? Yeah, but you have to be a certain profession. You can't just be anyone. You have to be a certain profession. Otherwise, Otherwise, I have to get a photo to you to sign. But if you want to do it online, you have to be a certain profession, like I don't know, teacher or lawyer or not doctor. There's loads of professions. Anyway, look, if anyone's interested, right, my email's there. Rather than mentioning it here, pop your email me, okay, and we'll talk. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? No, Artif, seriously, your uncle. Did you have to bring him into this? Your uncle. Emmanuel, version 3.7.2. Okay, I think you need version 3.8, mate. I think you need version 3.8 to get Loop Builder. 3.9 was the WooCommerce. I think you need 3.8. I think. So Gary is saying, I hate the way we've had to dumb down our content, and mostly due to having to make sure people get the point. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, you do. Not taking to read yet. I think that's quite a fair point, Gary. I do find myself repeating myself over and over again until I know they get the point. It used to happen a lot in my day job. I'd say something to someone and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, okay," and I'd be like, "Okay, but do you get what I mean? Like why?" And often you then realise that they didn't know. Yes, so Emmanuel, if I was you, Emmanuel, update to 3.9.2, I think it is. My websites are absolutely fine on 3.9.1 or 1.2, something like that. Hey, Pez, how you doing? Hula hoops and chocolate eclairs? No way, Paul. I'm not sure. The hula hoop sounds lovely. I'm not sure about the chocolate eclairs bit though. Sticky teeth. Fencing Farnham. OMGF wants to remove my iframe. I wouldn't use OMGF. I wouldn't use it. I don't use that plugin anymore. Fencing Google Page Insights want me to reduce unused and reduce. How is this done? How do I know what that's a tricky one. Most of the time, I would say start with an optimization plugin like Asset Cleanup or Autoptimize. We've got a video we did, Page Speed 2022. Go and watch that video. Don't start coding it to get it out because you can mess up. Do you know what? Greg makes a good point. I often don't read the terms of services either. I'm a bad one. I go, oh yeah, blah, I just want to use this product or this service. I don't care. Let's just get it on, done with, right? Right, I'm just going to check something here. I've just got to check the page speed on this page now. Just checking a couple of... John, I've got your email, John, but what you might need to email me the profession, and would that be okay? But I'll check back with you also at a later date. Well, not later date, later today. Right, okay. So basically, you know how I said this website, this person I'm working on, I'm just going to prove it to you now. So you know how I showed you earlier the score was 82 when it was a plain page? Here's basically the score now when the client has a prime slider on their page. So the prime slider, which is really ugly, by the way. I really hate this prime slider. Look what it's done to the score. It's taken the score from 82, and by the way, I ran this page 3 times because I just wanted to be sure it wasn't just a momentary thing. Hey, Jason. It's gone from, and Brian, by the way, hi. It's gone from 100 to 82 to 45. That is the impact of the prime slider. So this client with just a hero banner, is at 45%. And then below, you've got another slider, you've got another video, you've got more images, more text, more stuff going on. Boom, 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 boom. You're just chipping away at the score. You're chipping away. And it's not even a very nice... It's not even a... No, I don't think there is with Prime Ribs, Paul. It's not even a nice looking website. You know how sometimes I say, if the website has real functionality and it's really good at what it does, even if the score is low, you accept it. You go, no, I don't care. It serves a purpose. But right now, this website, when I look at it on the mobile especially, it's not good at all. Roughly how much would a full website for tree surgery ranking high for a few locations near Ascot? Are you asking me, Fencing Farnham? Ugh. You're not going to like our cost, right? You're not going to like our cost, right? But you're looking at about... You're looking at close to 1,600. And so, which I don't think you're going to... I don't know. I might be disrespecting you. But you're looking at about 1,600. You know, because you've also got to think about your Google rankings and indexing and all of that. Taking what you currently got, you know, tweaking all of that as well. But you're looking at 1,600-ish. Papa John's Pizza on the way. Pete, what time is it for you, Pete, right now? Where are you about to see you in the world again? And what time is it? What time is it? Morning, D. Hope you're all right. Yeah, so I've just run it again, and the score is now come out 43, and the desktop is 73, and that just shows the hit with the prime slider. So I'm just going to let the client know that, look, you're in a world of pain with what we can do here, and I just think that they need to have a stopgap and a think now about what do they really want to achieve, because... I can't make miracles on their page speed performance, and I really feel like I'm now hitting a dead end here. And there's nothing worse than when you want to work on someone's website. You really want to work on it. You really want to improve it for them. You know, you're putting everything in that you can put in to improve their website, but the score, even after I've done everything, and this is what is really frustrating, after I've done everything I can, the score is not going over 16% on the mobile. Do you know how frustrating that is? And it's mainly because of what they've got on that page. Google Tag Manager and Facebook Pixels has knocked off 20%. The Prime Slider knocks off another 40% of their page speed score. Prime Slider is knocking out 40%. What the heck? And then when you go and add other stuff, like a video later down and another slider, chipping away. Wow, Peter. 14 hours a day. I mean... is that all web work, or is that other stuff as well? I mean, whatever you've done, mate, to do all of that, well done. And yet, please do take it easy. Don't overwork yourself. Which is rich coming from me and a lot of other people on here where we just work. Yeah, so D, I don't believe in Facebook Pixel. I think a lot of people on here are going to disagree with me. I don't do Facebook Pixel. I push back a lot when clients ever suggest it. I go, no. Just don't bother with all that, right? The whole retargeting and ads, like, no, forget it, okay? Forget it. There's other ways to target, better ways than to fiddle yourself into someone's search engine and all, not search engine, their Facebook and all of that, you know. Rank math. I don't do Google Tag Manager, and again, a lot of people on here are going to disagree with me, but when I do my rank math, and I do my search console, and I do my Google Analytics, and everything is feeding through, we're okay. We are seriously okay, right? I don't need to put another bit of... And here's what's frustrating me even more, everyone. This client is using Rank Math, but they have not connected to Search Console or Google Analytics. So I get a bit like, right? You know. So, I mean, and for me and my clients, it's worked absolutely fine. It's worked absolutely fine. Not to do the Google Tag Manager code snippet, whatever you want to call it, JavaScript code, just stick in script, none of that. You don't need to worry about it. Fencing Farnham, my email is down here, mate. The email is here, right? info@websquadron.co. What I would say, though, is like any more conversations about that we'll do via email, okay? Mostly this week is setting up. So Pete's been quite busy. Finishing early for Christmas. Not even had a chance to work on his own website. Okay, yeah, D, please don't forget the SEMrush video. My recommendation to you would be watch the SEMrush video first. Watch the SEMrush video first, then watch the Rank Math video. Okay? SEMrush, then Rank Math. The thing is, though, Emmanuel, what I'm going to say, yeah, again, not everyone's going to like this, yeah, but button tracking, page scrolling, all of that, if a client really wants to sit there and study a heat map of where everything's going on, great. But you know what? There's bigger and better things to worry about. Like, for instance, I would be saying to a client, right, you did 20 social media posts this week. Which one's got more engagement? Which one's got interest? A client, a lead, all of that stuff. Because telling someone how many times someone scrolled on a page or what button they clicked, I'll tell you now, means shit. Honestly, it means nothing, right? If I visit any of your websites, I'll be like this. Left, right, up and down, all over the place, right? Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. And again, I'm very different in my thinking, because there's lots of people that will say, no, but this is really important stuff. I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to make or break a business, you know, but how much engagement you get on your social media, leads you get in, contacts, emails, that matters, right? And you can easily tell from Google Analytics how many people were on the homepage, the services page. Oh, they were on the homepage for 2 minutes. They were on the service page for 5 seconds. Right, let's now try and work out, what does the service page look good? Too much info? Not enough info? Did it feel like it confused them? That's more important than where they were and all that. So that's why I say that 20% sacrifice just ain't worth it. Just ain't worth it. I mean, fencing, I would remove it. And this is why you need to use Rank Math. That's why you need to use Rank Math. But I would also say at the same time, if you were going to work with me, I would say just don't do anything more to the site and just wait. Oh, yeah, Dave, what was it? Dave, I just saw your message. What was it? What was wrong with the elemental submissions then? I'd love to know what it was. I love steak and kidney pie, Paul. I love pucker pie. Pucker pie, when you do it at home, is great. But you know when you get it from a fish and chip shop? Wow. You know how soft it is, like on the outside. You get the crunchy top, and then the pastry all around is so soft. It's amazing. Pucker pie, everyone. Do you know something, D? Only focus on those blog posts that you know people are going to, right? So if you've done 8 years worth of blog posts, pick the 10 that are getting the most hits now and focus on them, right? And the rest of your pages. Then next week, do another 5. The following week, do another 5. And it might take a long time. Hey, George, It might take, I don't know, it might take, 10, 20 weeks, but do it bit by bit by bit. But find your first 10 posts that you've got right now that are getting decent hits and your homepage. Do the keywords for them, and you should be good to go as a starter. Oh, Pete, mate, pucker pie in the air fryer. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Pete. Now we're talking. Pete Cosgrove. Okay, we're handing out a new award, okay? Pete Cosgrove is the new hero of the day because he's having pucker pie, steak and kidney pie. Okay? Really, Dave? Was that it then? This is amazing. This is really, really amazing now. Firefox. How many times have we found out that Firefox is a problem with Elementor websites? Very common, isn't it? It's quite common, Firefox. Exactly, D. Yeah, exactly. Your website's still live. You're only going to touch the 10 that are most common. So hopefully they get, if they're getting good hits, it will reinforce the keywords inside of them, and that can have a balloon effect on the rest of the website as well. And make sure you do your homepage. You must do the homepage, right? Do those other pages as well. Exactly what Brian says. Don't rewrite them. Don't rewrite them. Just reinforce the keywords with rank math. Just reinforce them because they're already getting hits. So don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. But just look at the title and then form your keyword from the title and anything else in your post and get them in, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Oh wow, Paul can't wait as well now. Friday is now Pucker Pie Day. Friday's Pucker Pie Day. Fencing Farnham, how do I add FAQ, contact details, photos, and star rating? Currently I have rank math, no direction on how to implement schema. Don't overly worry about that. Don't overly worry about the schema side of that. You first go through all the settings for the rank math, right? I got hair. I got fluff in my mouth. First, go through all the settings, get your keywords, all of that. I mean, all of this stuff you can build on your website, absolutely. But yeah, don't worry about the schema bit just yet. That's really weird, Dave, isn't it? Stay away from Firefox, okay? Oh, right, got it, fencing, yeah. I mean, what you need to do, make sure you first got rank math and then go and do your installation. Yeah, no one wants fluff in their mouth, do you? Right. Stephen, almost done building my first website. Hey, no problem, Stephen. I hope it goes really well. I hope your client likes it. I hope you're getting paid for it. I hope you're getting paid for it, and I hope it leads onto much more work. Because that's what we all want to be achieving, right? You don't just want to do one job and then you sit waiting. Don't forget, Steve. Tell your client that if they refer anyone to you, you will pay them $100 or $50, whatever is the rate you're working at. Say you'll pay them $100 for a successful referral. So every referral that leads to a website, you will pay them $100. There's a bigger chance that they might then refer to you, right? And it's easy money for them. If they refer 10 people to you and 10 websites are built, you make loads of money and they get $1,000. Like, win. Talk about win-win-win, right? There you go, Steve. This is really, there you go. There you go. Right? There you go. And if there's, yeah, there you go. And if like, and you can even say to the guy, look, if I find out, that someone got this card from your shop as well, and you mentioned, You get $100, and this works. A lot of people have said, "Oh, does it really work?" It works. It works. All right. We've done it. People have advised to do it. It works. Right. And you might have a bad look. Reality has to sink in. Okay. You might not have another website now for 6 weeks. Don't lose hope. Use the time when you don't have any websites to build to work on your website. Work on your social media, work on your networking, your contacts, all of that. I think I've got a spider up my leg. Hold on. No, it's not a spider. I thought I felt a spider going up my leg then. It's not. But, you're going to work on your website, your social media, reaching out, networking, learning. Go watch videos. Learn a new way of doing something. Maybe you haven't really done much WooCommerce or e-commerce websites, so just build a blank website, load it up and play with it. Get used to filters. So if someone does contact you, you go, yeah, I can do that. I know what to do. The time you use for learning when you don't have a website to build is massively important. Massively important. Maybe it's your website. You've got your website. Use the time to improve the page speed. Install Rank Math. Use the time to do the keywords. Google Analytics, all of that. Use the time, right? And when you do that, you will win. You will win. Exactly, Steve. So any downtime, don't sit there going, oh, I haven't got any clients. Grab that time. Because I'll tell you now, when you're busy, right, you lose the time to learn and all of that and just go, because I'm always like this. I'm like juggling so much stuff. And I miss those days where I could just sit there and go, yeah, let's just watch these videos now and learn. Now I'm like, boom, 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 boom. But yeah, if you focus, you'll be all right. Yeah, that's a nice one. Brian said as well, 15% finder's fee as well. It works. Bensing, I know someone who is wanting an SEO boost. Well, the thing is though, fencing, right? Yeah, the thing is though, fencing, yeah, is that if they were referred to us, right, and they had the work done, your cost would come down by £100, Fencing Farnham. Your cost would come down by £100, right? So where yeah. But we could talk more about that on email. Okay, the email's over there. Mainly because it's not always a good thing to talk like client jobs or potential work like on a live chat kind of thing. But yeah, you've got the email over there. And yeah, we can chat. We can chat more. In fact, we can even chat after this live chat. I could give you a call or something like. We could have a quick 10-minute call. So if you want, just email me with your number and I'll give you a quick call. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That. By the way, that was an interesting video as well, Brian and John, with their cPanel video. I haven't watched all of it. I have to be honest. I haven't watched all of it. I've watched most of it. Have I seen any nice About Us pages? I created a timeline style page, but I'm not in love with it. What have you... Okay, look. Timeline pages should only be used if there's something worthy to go on the timeline. It's got to be something it's got to be almost like, started off, we started making sales, we expanded, we employed 5 more staff, now we've got a second retail unit, or now we've gone global and blah, blah. That's interesting. If all you do is you say, I was born, I went to school, I got married, I got kids, I started my business, no one wants to know about that. If you just put stuff on like, It's got to be something that shows the success of the business, right? And I think, D, from memory, yours would probably work because you started your business, your family are involved in it, you've probably expanded, you've probably started generating sales. If you, I don't know what your turnover is, but let's just say, when did you first turn over $50,000 or $100,000 or $1 million? The milestones, you could put those in. Where are you? Then you could even put on the timeline, where are you going? In 2023, we want to do this. In 2025, we want to do X. So you're now leading us into the story of milestones, achievements, and where you're heading. That is interesting. That can be really good. And if you've got any photos, you can put around as well. That can always be good as well. But it's got to be meaningful. It's got to be meaningful to the business and not just about, yeah, we did this, we did that. And it's like, No, John, I think it was a really good idea as well. And I do think it's great because I don't talk about that kind of stuff hardly ever. And I think it's good to have that kind of inside knowledge coming over. Yeah, good points by Pete and Brian as well, though. Yeah, and that's where anything that also relates to like they're saying, how do you help the clients? Their business is massively, massively important too. Don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like. I've kind of left it on screen for quite a while now. And I've got an email from 10Web providing access to this. I'd like to thank you. I want to show you. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So 10Web, right? 10Web, who created a page speed booster, created an AI website builder. And I asked them for permission to test it out. I have to say I'm really disappointed by it. All it does is clone your website. So it's meant to be an AI builder, but what it does is you got a website, it clones it, but it doesn't even clone it properly. Their website builder for AI, 10Web, is built with Elementor, and it uses Elementor. So I put in an Elementor URL of one of my websites, basic website as well. It couldn't clone it properly. I was like, this is really poor. Then I put in apple.com. It completely fell over. It couldn't handle apple.com and clone it, obviously, because it's not WordPress, but it couldn't even create a type of WordPress kind of ish website. And I thought, this is really bad. You should not be putting out there solutions that charge people $10 a month. No, it's $9 a month, I think, for a AI website builder too. And all it does is clone an existing website. It's not even building, right? But it doesn't even clone it really well. Hey, Kesto, how you doing, mate? Mate, this, I think this is an opportunity for a brand new channel, isn't it? The John and Brian, the Fairest Harper show, the Fairest Harper channel on cPanel. cPanel, yeah. No, not ChatGPT. Let me show you. Let me show you online. Let me show you, okay? Let me show you. Let me show you. Right, so here we go, right? Don't forget to hit like. Okay. So, 10Web, who have the Page Speed Booster plugin, right? You know, this Page Speed Booster, which isn't that bad actually. It's quite good. They've also got a product called the AI powered WordPress builder, which is based on Elementor, by the way. What this does is if you put in a URL for a website, it basically clones it. It clones it. However, it's really shit. It is really super shit, and I'm going to show you now what happened when I tested it. Let me just open up my other email because I've got to get my address in and I've got to log in. And I'm going to show you what it built, right? It's actually really bad. Really bad, okay? Hold on. I've got to log in. I've got to log in, you know. Just hang on. Hey, user not found. What do you mean user not found? How dare it say user not found? I am the user. Let me try a different email now. Sorry, just wait a minute. It's not letting me log in. Come on, log in. Right, okay, cool. Okay, right. So this is the AI page builder, right? Yeah. I did a video today, Mixo. I did a video on an AI builder. Right. I've done a video on that. So I released it today. Go and have a look at it. Right. So this is right. I said to it, clone the Apple website. This is what it created. This is what it created. This is the Apple website. Look at it. I said to it, clone Apple, and that's what it did. That's literally what it did. It's just awful. So I'm going to try and clone another one, right? I don't know. Let's go for web skew, right? The web squadron page, right? Let's go for London. We'll just call it web skew like that. Yeah, I'll just create that website. So I'm going to say clone the web squadron page, right? Clone the web squadron page. It did not do a good job at all. Even on our page, it took my scrolling testimonial and it turned it into a crumpled image. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It was really, really awful. Hey SI, how are you doing, by the way? But I did release Mixo.io. Was it Mixo.io? I did do a video on this website. I did a review of this, which is where you can use an AI-powered builder to launch a startup in seconds, and it does take seconds. I'm not kidding you. Please go and watch that video because this is really good for someone who wants a very, very, very basic website. Okay, very basic website. All right. Nice one, SI. You've done it. Okay, I was going to do a video on that, but if you've done it, I won't do my video on it now. Did it work for you? Did it work for you, SI? You know, the words, however you did it, and then your image. Yeah? Nice one. And it just goes to show how you don't need a separate plugin or pay for some fancy whatever product to get it to do what you want to do, right? Cool. Okay, right. Right, okay, so right, let me see how do I generate this. I'm just going to try and create a new page or a new website. So it doesn't even work properly, this. And that's the other thing about this AI builder with 10 Web. It's very complicated. So the settings to build it aren't actually like look, right now, yeah, I'm going to try and clone a website. So if I go add new page, it starts to get a little bit messed up. And sometimes it allows you to clone from another website. See, look, it's... I don't even know why I'm showing you this, because it's actually a pain in the ass. It's quite cheap, actually. It's quite a cheap solution. It's $84 for your own domain and SSL. However, I think they need to go back to the drawing board with this because it's not that. It's a bit problematic. AI won't build good websites, Carapos. AI is no better, in my opinion, than a template, right? Or a theme. You know, you go to Code Canyon or Theme Forest or Template Monster or in Envato, wherever, right? And you go, oh, I want a dentist website. It gives you a template. You install it. You're still going to have to put your words in. You're still going to have to put in images. It might generate some words for you and all of that. It might generate some words for you, but I think you're still going to need the human touch to make it work properly. I don't think you can ever, well, not ever, but not for a long time, you know, completely remove the need for web designers and stuff like that to bring that human touch into it. Yeah, I don't think you can completely remove the human touch. Well, not yet anyway. I hope not. I mean, I think a lot of us would be quite, I don't want to say upset, but I think some of us would be a little bit, yeah, I think some of us would be upset, wouldn't we? If, like, we kind of now, sorry, I'm just quickly checking something that's gone wrong with my machine. Not wrong, but something I need to sort out, something I binned. I need to get back onto my page. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say, though, content AI has reduced the need for content writers, but you still have to go in and fine-tune the words and make them work for you. And that's how it is, what Chima says as well. AI is there to support us, but we're the ones that make the final, the final version, yeah? Even with images, everything, what it does is it makes it more efficient. In a way, no, actually, the best way to think of it, is that AI, in a way, are like calculators, right? You know, we could either do all the sums on bits of paper and get it wrong, or we could just use the calculator and still have bits of paper, but the calculator's doing a lot of the legwork. And that's the best way to think of it, right? We go from doing all of it ourselves, because what we used to do was hire people to do it for us. But now you're going to get content AI to do it for us, which works out much more cheaper or free. And then whatever they give you, you would tweak it, you know? And this is why, Emmanuel, when you do have like, and this is why when you do get AI content, you don't just use what it chucks out. If it says use this, you don't just use it. You have to go in and change the words. You have to go, right, this is what it said. I'm going to tweak it a bit. Make it sound like it's coming from you and all of that. You know? And it just makes it easier. I mean, my God, I would have loved it if AI was around when I was a kid, you know, doing coursework and essays. Can you imagine how easy that would have been? You know, oh, I want to write a course about, I want to do some work about computer law. Can you imagine how easy it is right now for people to write dissertations? It literally chucks out the word and all they do is modify it or try and link it to a reference from a book or something. I mean, I just see it as a support thing, and I would probably say is, you're always going to have to still put your own spin on it. No matter how you look at it, you're always going to have to put your own spin on it. Okay, we did start a little earlier today. Hey, Paul, have you eaten your steak and kidney pie? Have you eaten your pie, mate? We did start a little early today, and we are now about to hit the 1 hour mark. I have got quite a few emails I do need to just go through that are coming through. John, I'll probably be in touch with you about that passport thing. But yeah. So I am going to give everyone now. Unfortunately, it might feel like it's earlier than normal, but we have been live for nearly an hour. And I'm going to give you all the 2-minute warning. Sorry, got to do it. Just because I've got some other stuff I need to kind of crack on with as well. Yeah, Quillbot is good. I don't use Quillbot. But again, you do have to tweak. Never take. Images is slightly different because you're almost stuck with what you get a little bit unless you do some Photoshop or remove the background or anything like that. But any content AI, all of that kind of stuff, you should modify. Hey Chima, you're not on late, mate. Don't worry. And I might be back on tomorrow working on a website, a bit like what I did last week where I had the camera on and then on screen I was just building a fake website page. I might do that again later on today, just because it's quite good fun. Yeah, don't worry, fencing, don't you worry, mate, all right? You take your time, okay? But I'm going to say goodbye to everyone, and if I should be back tomorrow. It won't be a proper live chat because I'll be working, so I might be mumbling under my breath like, oh, what am I doing here? And I do need to get back in touch with this client whose page speed I've been working on because it ain't working. Unless they rethink the design of their website, we're not going to get there. And, what was my promise for Monday, Emmanuel? What did I promise for Monday? Remind me, what did I say I was going to do? Because now you've said it, I don't even know what I said. What did I say? What did I say, Emmanuel? You're going to have to remind me now, mate. What did I say I would do? Because now I'm worried. Did I even say I would do anything? What did I say, mate? Hey, Gary, yeah, take care. I'm waiting for you, Emmanuel. You got to tell me, what did I say? What did I say? If you don't remind me, I'm seriously going to forget because I haven't got anything down on here on my page. Oh, yes, the fancy website. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've got some really killer ideas, but I need to go and get some images and resources collected. Hey, Abdullah, just some fancy websites, just some extra new designs. I have some really funky ones, like a magazine one. It's a very busy page. I have an idea for a very busy page. However, it's busy for a reason. And I can see it working for some people. And I think it's a really clever idea. But I need to go and think about it and just work it up, all of that. Okay, cool. And one that's kind of quite glamorous. And another one that is just a little bit boom, 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 boom. Like that. You're damn right, Emmanuel. We will. All right, everyone, look, take care. Go and do something with the rest of your lives. Shame on you all for watching a middle-aged man grow older and angrier day by day. Shame on you. Look, have a great day, weekend. If I don't see some of you till Monday or whenever I see you next, look after yourselves and your family and stay out of trouble. See you soon. Bye.